All right, so the attempt is to implement it. Since we're having a hard time with the transition, we're going to implement the as an auto load, and calling it there. We're going to just call it here on the actual main scene. So here we are. Here's the main scene, and it's the parent is a color rect. We're going to add a child of the color rect. We're going to add a child of canvas layer. Boop. We're going to tuck that canvas layer at the very tippy top. I'm going to also add a color rect. An additional color rect? Yes, an additional color rect. Should I do that? Or could I just operate off of this initial color rect? It's ultimately going to be canvas layer. What is that? What's the advantage of us using canvas layer? Interesting. Um, I don't think we need that level of complication, but we do need a layer to overlay everything else. So we shouldn't use that one. But I don't think we need to use a canvas layer. So I'm going to take that out, actually. I'm going to add another child that is a color rect. Color rect. And is that how it's going to operate on each scene? It's going to be a color rect with an animation player. Animation plays. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to put that here. And this, I think I said this before, I may not have, but speed round of 9 minutes, I think 9 minutes, to attempt to do this. So here's the color rect, full screen, bam. Okay, so it doesn't cover the button. The button is not covered. If I put this at the very back, yeah, okay, so that works. So color rect and an animation player attached to it. Bam. Oh, whoop. Bam. And here, creating an animation, new animation. We're going to call this fade. And then from here, we're going to take, we'll say this is 0.5 seconds. And from the very first frame, where this blue is here, we're going to change that to, how do I change that? Oh, sorry, we're not going to change it here. We're going to grab our color rect. We're going to make it the alpha all the way down. And then we're going to click the key here, boop. And then there's a great video by somebody. Damn. If you type in Bezier curves, there's a great game dev. She's a wonderful woman who has a great video on Bezier curves. It's still honestly not something I completely understand, but for what right now we're just gonna use this. Create. But it's an interesting subject. Is what I intended to get to. So we're gonna take it from the beginning frame to the end frame. And we're gonna. Oh no. I clicked the key, but that's okay. We're gonna bring the alpha all the way up. And actually, this should also be a different color. So this should be black. Alright, yep. So from the animation player, this frame, press the key again. Oh, whoops, I mean, from the color rect, press the key again. That's what I meant to do. I believe. Let's press play, see if that works. No. I'm just going to delete this, because somewhere I made a mistake. Again, we're going to take the beginning frame. We're going to get the animation, not the animation player, we're going to get the color rect. We're going to make sure the alpha is all the way set to 0. We're going to press the key. That creates our first frame. We're going to go at the end of the frame, at the 0.5 second mark. We're going to click the color. We're going to make the alpha all the way up. Or make it black. Make it black. There we go. And bring it all the way. And bring it, and bring it. And bring it all the way up. And then press the key. Boop. And then we're going to test it. Play. Ooh. 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 All right, and from there, that's our fade animation. Now we're at the 6 minute mark. So, oh shoot. And then from here, if we make this not visible, yeah. If we make it visible, it's just gonna, once it becomes visible, it'll do this. So, but, oh, if I make the beginning state actually completely transparent, bring the alpha all the way down to 0. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So that should work, right? Bring the alpha all the way down to 0. Then we, on the, should this be on the color rector or the animation player? It's a child of the animation player, so it should, either way, it should be fine. We're gonna add a script. Click the color rect, add a script. We're gonna call this transition. I don't know if I spelled that right. Scene. Bada bing. And then from here, we're going to, at the start, not at the start, what would kick it off? Maybe, I don't know. So from here, the button press. So once the button is pressed, we should, so maybe it wouldn't be on the color rect itself. Maybe it'd just be here. On the button press, we're going to grab the animation player, and I'm going to say dot play. I think that'll work. No, it felt too sloppy. Let's call a variable. We're going to call it anime player, and anime player is this. And once the button's pressed, we're going to take the anime player and we're going to say dot play and fade. And once we play fade at animation player dot animation finish, animation underscore finish. Once that happens, the default value is using, yes, already. I think I'm over my time. Yeah, at 10 minutes. So we weren't able to do it, but since we're here, the animation is finished. Then at that point, do get tree. Or maybe that yeah, animation do we have to call animation name? So what animation particular is finished? Notifies when the animation is finished. The animation name is what you're putting here. Yeah, I believe so. I believe this seems self-explanatory, but let's see if I do it right. And then the string, as a string, it's fade. Get tree. Change. Okay. Get tree. Change scene to intro. Okay, test it out. Because it's right on top of everything, I can't use the button. But if I make the button, I believe that's correct, but if I make the button underneath it, right, I take this color rect and I put it here, then when what is going on here? What in tarn? There we go. What in tarnation was that? Okay. And oh, but I don't think that's. Yeah, no. What the hell? Why is it not? Okay, there's some latency with this for some reason. Yeah, it should be a complete fade. That's a clean transition then. See? Alright. Bam. Okay. That's like that. And that's there. And if I play the animation, but if I put the alpha, I think I'm right back in the same position I was. Honestly, I think I did not learn my lesson in that moment. Nope, I did not. I did not. That was a silly waste of time. I'm not sure. Maybe I can call this increase the layer. Let's see. Visibility. Where's ordering? Oh no. Yeah, technically changing it changes like everything else. Since this house is it. Could it actually? Could it? I don't know. Maybe I'm right on that or wrong on that. Either way, we aren't seeing any change. No. was that one video of using a shader as a... Type in that video, Bezier. Here we go. My Freya. Like my,
Before I knew about Bezier curves and splines, my idea of a curve was very basic. It was either the classic y equals x squared minus 1 or a circular arc. But curves that could move in all directions, that could do loops and all sorts of things were still a mystery to me. But once you start unraveling the construction of these curves, the idea of chaining them together to form splines come naturally. They let you define a path in a way that is computationally very elegant. Properties like the tangent and normal directions of the curve let you orient objects, or construct a coordinate space around each point, which is very useful for generating procedural geometry. You can analyze these curves based on their radius of curvature, find what direction they're turning and at what rate. You can analytically evaluate their bounding box, which is useful in a lot of optimization problems, such as when doing intersection tests. We're going to take a look at how to calculate some of these things, and how they collectively make up what I consider to be the beauty of Bezier curves.
Do you fancy yourself a hero? A humble farmer? Perhaps you seek a darker path?
alright, so that's time. Save. Peace out, Club's coming.